Is Britney Spears a victim of a malignant narcissist? And what in the heck is a conservatorship? What's going on with Britney Spears? I'm breaking it all down in this video, so stay tuned. Hi, I'm Rebecca Zung, and I'm an attorney. I'm a best-selling author. I am a narcissist negotiation expert, and I teach you how to negotiate with narcissists, whether it's in your divorce, in your business life, in your career, in your personal life, whatever. So if you would like tips and tricks on how to do that, make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell. So let's talk about Britney Spears. So it just came out yesterday that she was in court. She appeared in court to try to end this conservatorship. I can't even believe that we're still talking about this thing. Honestly, 13 years later. I mean, yeah, we all remember her public meltdown, but okay, a lot of people have had meltdowns, and hey, she probably had some issues. I mean, maybe it was severe depression. Maybe she even does have, bipolar, who knows? But she probably did need something at that time. And so at that time, her father was appointed to be her conservator. And what does that mean? That means he's basically her guardian. He's taking care of her affairs. He's taking care of her decisions around medical or financial, things like that, because at that time, a court decided, based on whatever evidence was presented to it, that she was unable to handle it herself. She was a danger to herself. And so if she was left to her own devices, that she would maybe, end up on the streets, or something bad would happen to her. So therefore, somebody needed to take care of her. Just sort of like, any child has to have a guardian because they're unable to take care of themselves. A 5-year-old wouldn't be able to go out, get a job, have an apartment, all those things. And so sometimes that happens with adults. I mean, most of the time you see it happen if they end up with, dementia or Alzheimer's or something like that, or maybe they're in a coma or they had a medical emergency. So somebody needs to step in and try to help. And so what happened with Britney 13 years ago is that she had this meltdown. So her father steps in. Now, is he a malignant narcissist, or is he a narcissist at all? Well, do we think that he has her best interests at heart here? When you listen to her testimony, and apparently she spoke for 20 minutes in court and via telephone, and when you listen to the words that she's using, all of you out there in YouTube land, those of you who watch me on a regular basis, who know about narcissism, who have felt it, who know the drama, trauma, and chaos, who know how they make you feel, the energy vampires that they are, how they sap your energy and they just drain the life out of you. I've been there, you've been there, So listen to the words that came out of her mouth when she was talking in front of this judge yesterday. She asked the judge to end her court-ordered conservatorship, calling it abusive. All right. That's one of the words that she used, was abusive. She also said, I'm traumatized. I'm not happy. I can't sleep. She said, it's doing me way more harm than good. She said, I just want my life back. Using the words like traumatized, and she felt like alone, that her family did nothing. She used words like that she felt dead inside, that she feels like they've stolen her life. Does this sound familiar to you? I think all of us can understand that when someone altruistically has your best interests at heart, who is really just doing something because they love you, because they care about you, you feel that, right? And this is not that, right? So, what do you think? Do you think she's a victim of narcissistic abuse? Give me a yes or a no in the comments below. I definitely think she is. I mean, this is not a situation like Meghan Markle or something. And I have a whole video on is whether is Meghan a narcissist, and you can definitely check that out if you'd like. But this is somebody, that she has a $60 million estate. Her dad loves the power. She actually even said in her letter that her father loves having power over her because she's so powerful, because she's a public image, because she still has the power to be in residence in Las Vegas and make money. And so she went on to say that she felt forced to go on tour in 2018 and perform in Las Vegas. Apparently, the response from her father, the one she's trying to get removed, was that he loves his daughter very much. hmm So apparently they forced her to be on medication. They actually even have an IUD in her. She's not allowed to have children. She's not allowed to get married. She's pleading with the court to get rid of this. She said, "It makes me feel like I'm dead, like I don't matter." What do you think about that? You all have been there, right? You know what that feels like. So I definitely think that she is a victim of narcissistic abuse. And I want to know if you agree with me. So put that in the comments below. So let's talk about what happens now. She petitioned the court. She's asking the court to end her conservatorship. So the court is going to have a couple of options. They can go ahead and just end it, and she can just become a free private citizen like the rest of us. They will have to determine whether she's mentally able to handle it now. Now it's 13 years later. So my guess is that they will have some sort of medical evidence, whether it's a medical doctor or a psychiatrist or psychologist or somebody coming in and saying, yeah, I've evaluated her and this is the results of my evaluation. And we'll say, yeah, she's good to go. So they can do that. Or they can say, you know what, we'll do this in stages and we will reduce the amount of control, and we'll just keep taking a look at it. We'll maybe kind of step it down step by step. They can also appoint a different conservator if they'd like. I know there's been talk about having it be a corporate conservator like Bessemer Trust. They talked about Bessemer Trust. That's something else that they can do as well. They can even have that interim corporate trustee or conservator be there. They can even just maybe switch it to being like more of a trustee instead of a conservator, so that they're sort of looking over the finances and having some kind of control over how she spends her money, but not necessarily, medical and IUDs and whether or not she can get married, and, really like controlling every aspect of her life like that. I think part of the reason why she's feeling so much stronger now is because of this whole Free Britney thing. There was the documentary that came out, which apparently she didn't participate in at all, but it's out there. Even while she was testifying, yesterday, there were people outside the courthouse in Los Angeles with, signs and on her behalf, really supporting her. And I think that all of this groundswell of support is making her feel stronger, making her feel less alone. And that's why I so advocate for you to, you know, keep watching these videos, join my free private Facebook group, Narcissist Negotiators, get my negotiation worksheet at winmynegotiation.com. Do all of these things because I want you to not feel alone because honestly, the biggest thing that you can do for yourself when you go to negotiate with a narcissist is figure out a way to get rid of the fear, because the not so secret is that you are actually the stronger one. And right now, her dad is quaking in his boots because he's realizing that the jig is up, that she's not that scared little person anymore who's going to allow him to control everything. And therefore, he not only gets the money from that, but the power and the prestige and controlling her and all that narcissistic supply that goes along with all of that. And so I'm sure that he is quite nervous right now. Good. She's feeling stronger and stronger and stronger. And the stronger that she feels, the more he's likely to just collapse and disappear. And that's what happens. You think that it's going to be so bad for you, but the truth of the matter is they're way more scared of you than you are of them. So just remember that when you're dealing with a narcissist, and hopefully Brittany will prevail. It seems like she's ready and strong enough and stable enough to be able to handle everything on her own. And even if she's not, doesn't seem like that guy is the guy who should be in charge, right? So, anyway, thanks for watching. Remember that today is a great day to start negotiating your best life, and I will see you in the next video.